In this video, we'll discuss regarding contingent contracts. So before discussing contingent contracts, we'll see what is the very meaning of absolute contract. So absolute contract where a promisor binds himself to do or not to do something, while in contingent or conditional contract, the promisor is to do or not to do something is due only on the happening of some uncertain event in the future as provided under Section 31. So, contingent contract, as the name suggests, is a conditional contract as distinguished from an absolute contract. An agreement is absolute or unconditional. Unconditional when the promisor binds himself to performance in any event, while in conditional or contingent contract when the performance is due only on the happening of some uncertain event in the future. So, according to Section 31 of Indian Contract Act, a contingent contract is a contract to do or not to do something if some event collateral to such contract does or does not happen. And now we'll discuss an illustration regarding Section 31, and that is a contracts to pay B rupees 10,000 if this house is burnt, and this is a contingent contract. And now we'll go to the second circumstance of contingent contract as provided under Section 32, and that is enforcement of an event happening so that event becomes impossible. So such contingent contract becomes void. So enforcement of contract contingent on an event happening, contingent contracts to do or not to do anything if an uncertain future event happens cannot be enforced by law unless until the event has happened. So, as provided under Section 32 of Indian Contract Act, if the event becomes impossible, such contract becomes void. So, we'll discuss an illustration to Section 32. As A makes a contract with B to buy B's horse, if A survives C, the contract cannot be enforced by law unless until C dies in A's lifetime. So now we'll go to section 33, which says enforcement of an contract on the event not happening. So contingent contracts to do or not to do anything if an uncertain future event not happening can be enforced when the happening of that event becomes impossible and not before, as provided under section 33. And as per the illustration, A agrees to pay B a sum of money if a certain ship does not return. The ship is sunk. The contract can be enforced when the ship sinks. So, this is all about section 33. And now we'll go to section 34. Enforcement on future conduct of a living person and such contingent contract as defined if the future event on which a contract is contingent is the way in which a person will act at an unspecified time, the event shall be considered to become impossible when such person does anything which renders it impossible that he should so act within any definite time or otherwise than under future contingents. So, an illustration relating to section 34. A agrees to pay B a sum of money if B marries C. C marries D. The marriage of B to C must now be considered impossible, although it is possible that D may die and that C may afterwards marry B. And now we'll go to section 35 of part 1, that is contingent on happening of specified event within fixed time. So, contingent contracts to do or not to do anything if a specified uncertain event happens within a fixed time becomes void if at the expiration of the time fixed, which such event has not happened, or if before the time fixed such event becomes impossible as provided in section 35 part 1, and an illustration regarding that A promises to pay B a sum of money if a certain ship returns within a year. The contract may be enforced if the C returns within the year and becomes void if the ship is burnt within the year. And now we'll go to the second part of section 35, that is specified event not happening within fixed time. So, contingent contracts to do or not to do anything if a specified uncertain event does not happen within a fixed time may be enforced by law within the time fixed has expired and such event has not happened or before the time fixed has expired. If it becomes certain that such event will not happen, and an illustration relating to this provision of section 35, A promises to pay B a sum of money if a certain ship does not return within a year. The contract may be enforced if the ship does not return within the year or is burnt within the year. And now we'll go to the last section, that is section 36, and which says agreement contingent on impossible act or event. So, contingent agreements to do or not to do anything if an impossible event happens are void whether the impossibility of the event is known or not to the parties to the agreement at the time when it is made. And the illustrations relating to this section and provision: A agrees to pay B rupees 1000 if two straight lines should enclose a space and this agreement is void. And the second illustration: A agrees to pay B 1000 rupees if B will marry his daughter C. She was dead at the time of the agreement, so the agreement is void. And now we'll discuss two important leading cases relating to section 31, and that is Harbaksh Singh Gill versus Ram Ratam 1966, where the defendant made a contract and borrowed rupees 20 lakh from the petitioner on the contract that in future he would have a share from the joint property, and after partition of the said property he would get a share, and on that condition he borrowed rupees 20 lakh. So this is a kind of contingent contract. So also in Bashir Ahmad versus Andhra Pradesh government in 1970, for supplying book, the petitioner has taken an advance of rupees 50,000, but the order placed at rupees 2 lakh, and to supply the books as a contingent contract, he borrowed rupees 50,000 from the defendant. So, these are the two important leading cases of Section 31 of contingent contract.